as for the Premier League mornings on NBCSN Sunday, last season's top two finishers go head-to-head at Wembley as Tottenham hosts champions Chelsea. But first, Man U head to South Wales to take on Swansea City. Coverage begins tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern on NBCSN. Parker.
Well, guys, one guy we noticed is really fast right now is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the 17 car. Hey, you're pretty quick. Where's that speed coming from? You find it in the bottom? Is it turning well?
Yeah, you know, the track slowed down from the first practice. First time out, had a lot of grip. As we ran, at the bottom, you got to get your car working to get down there. Felt like first practice, anybody could run there. Our Fastenal Ford felt pretty good there. We did a 30-lap run, ran some laps at the top. Feel pretty good there. We're going to switch over to qualifying trim, try to get a couple runs in. If the rain comes, at least we'll have those in case we qualify later.
What about that throwback hat you're wearing right now? What is that about?
Yeah, I got this a couple years ago, so thought it'd be perfect for Bristol. I love coming to Bristol. It's been a really good track for us, so hopefully we can keep this thing dialed in and have a good run come tomorrow night.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. with the throwback hat. Hope you have a good run here, guys, with a fast car right now.
That head game is strong, Rick.
Very strong. By the way, he was looking up at Colossus. He was watching the scoring so that he could see. That's why every time he kept looking up, he wanted to see how people are doing around this track. And how about this ride? Clint Boyer giving us an amazing look for performance helmet cam.
What a shot. I mean, you just see, you know, it's easy to say 15-second laps. What does that really mean? Well, this is what it means.
And you wonder why you get in wrecks at Bristol so easily. Well, you can't see.
Correct.
So you're going down the back straightaway. You get a good view of turn 3, the middle of 3 and 4. As you get in the corner, now you can't see the middle of the racetrack anymore. So the track is so fast, but also your vision is so limited. The car gets loaded up. You get into banking, and now you can't see in front of you. You only see 7 or 8 cars in front. This is when you see. But once you get in the corner, where the wrecks happen, by the way, you can no longer see in front of you.
Clint Boyer currently 31 points back for playoffs.
But how awesome is this when you ride and listen to his throttle input, how you have to run this racetrack. Remember, this is a half-mile racetrack. You have to, here you go back to the throttle real aggressively. So you drive in the corner, you drive in as far as you can and be able to get in the gas quick. If you drive in the corner too far and you have to wait on the throttle longer, that's actually slower lap time. You want to back your entry up and be able to throttle up sooner.
Jeff, I tell you, I'm so glad that we have this helmet cam because I know it doesn't give me the full feel of what it would be like to drive a race car, but I'm just imagining his helmet is moving around. His head is moving around so much. For 500 laps here, I can't fathom the bumping and banging that goes on and making split-second decisions, and this is what you see and how you feel.
And there's, what, 15 cars on the race?
Right.
I mean,
yeah, you know, 39 of your closest friends out there.
Everything's calm right now. I don't want to wreck my car. I don't want to get in a situation. But in the race, you can't think like that. In the race, you just have to go, and you have to dig, and you have to go make things happen. The aggression level goes through the roof, and all that while you're having to deal with all these issues.
Such a great shot. Very cool perspective. Pretty long run there for Boyer. Went up the racetrack there.
Yeah, you saw him reach out the window and kind of point to 24 by, let him know he was going to give him the bottom down to that end of the racetrack. Now he settled back down to the bottom, to that very dark area on the racetrack that's been coated. Seems like that's still where the grip is, but that will move over the course of practice and definitely over the course of the race.
Chase Elliott looks really quick. He's P3 on the board right now. He's run 13 laps.
One of the cool things, I realize you guys missed me over the past 2 weeks, but for some reason, I have not been able to shake Otto Boldenby 4-time medalist. As far as a sprinter from Trinidad and Tobago, he has been joining us on NASCAR broadcasts, and this week he has been embedded with the 78 team. And Otto, how has it gone up to this point? I know I saw you on a hauler last night.
Yeah, it's been fabulous. Last night I got a chance to be in that hauler parade with the 78 team. I was out here this morning as well. You guys talk
about this place being like a fishbowl. How about more like a hamster wheel? Because of course my last experience was at Daytona, which is a huge track compared to this. So I'm down here just amazed at one, the sound, and two, how quickly they're clicking off these laps. We just talked about them, you know, the forces on these guys' heads going around this turn. Absolutely amazing. But the thing that I spoke about with some of the team is the psychology of winning. Of course, they're having a great season, but I talked to them about the pressure of wanting to continue to win. We said, you know what? We realize that we're going to be in the playoffs. That looks like almost a given now. We just want to make sure that we're doing our best work as the season starts to be tighter and tighter. So for the rest of the weekend, I'll be here with 78 team.
Excellent. You picked a pretty good team to be around since they are the winningest team already in 2017. How about Jimmy Johnson running all the way up, almost next to the wall through the turn?
Well, and he's not alone anymore. While we saw just Kyle Busch up there early in practice, now I'm going to give it 50-50, Jeff. Probably about half of the cars are running up against the wall, very high up on the racetrack. And while it seems like it's still a touch slower on lap time, it's different for the car to handle up there. They're probably getting close enough to actually learn some good stuff about the chassis.
It's been a very weird year for Jimmy Johnson in this 48 team. Although he did win here in April, the last time NASCAR was at Bristol. You see the numbers, the top fives, the top tens, laps led, DNFs. Very uncharacteristic of this team.
And I just asked myself, Rick, is this an off year for the 48, or is this Jimmy and Chad Knaus just managing the playoffs and what NASCAR has created for a system? Because they do have 3 wins. So they're in the playoffs. They have a few playoff points. They're definitely not up top like the 78 or even the 42 right here of Kyle Larson. But they've kind of been a little non-existent over the summer. We'll have to see when we get into the playoffs if they can turn the heat back up.
Remember, they have won at virtually every point system that has been thrown at them. The 7-time champion. Matt Kenseth was fastest in the final practice. Just over 15-second lap here at Bristol.